Hello and welcome to International Club 2015-2016. We look forward to presenting you this information so that we can get off to the best start during this school year. We're going to introduce your sponsors now. The first sponsor is Mrs. Jessica Frazier. She's a lead teacher with the Spanish department. She's been at FLVS for over 6 years and the sponsor of the International Club for 3. She grew up in Tampa and went to Florida State. She's married to Michael, a geometry teacher, and she has 2 boys, Nico and Noah, and a stepdaughter, Joellen, who is at the University of Colorado. One of the passions of Miss Frazier is learning about different cultures and traditions from all over the world. Definitely likes to watch the Food Network specials on international food and has traveled extensively during and after college. So she has a lot of worldly experience, and here you can see her family. The other sponsor is Mrs. Wilson, who is a Spanish 1 lead teacher. She's been at FLVS for 8 years and the 3rd year as a sponsor of the International Club. She did live in Tampa for 11 years but moved to Michigan a few years ago, and definitely during the winter she misses the Sunshine State. She is the proud mama of 2 beautiful little boys, Ezequiel, who is 5, and Alejandro, who is 1, and a cat named Sunshine. And she loves being the sponsor of this club because learning about other cultures and traveling has been an extremely important part of her life. She has visited 20 states in the U.S. and 12 countries. She also loves to try new things from other cultures, food, music, dance, etc. So we originally wanted to know where you guys were from. We're going to save this for the next meeting, but just so you know, when you come into the meeting, make sure you are there at least within the first 5 minutes. Anything after that, we will begin to lock the room because we want to make sure our meetings are focused and that everybody's showing up on time and that we can have the best time with each other during the 5 o'clock hour on the 3rd Wednesday of each month. We will show you how you can call into the Blackboard Collaborate room if your microphone is not quite working. But next time we will definitely get to know you guys a little bit more and figure out where you're from in Florida, if you're not from Florida, where you live around the world. So this is our goals, to have 90% attendance by all members. If you cannot show up to the Wednesday meetings, we will send out a recording and have you watch that just like this and fill out a form. But please note that you are expected to attend and participate via microphone during most of our meetings and contribute to each meeting to remain an active club member. So we understand if there's every once in a while that you cannot make it, but we do expect for you guys to be signing into the Wednesday meetings by at least 5 after 5. That's just the day that we found most people could come to. There's never any perfect day. We've tried every day and every time, and unfortunately we just have to make sure that if this is a club that you're interested in, you will clear out at least that 3rd Wednesday of the month at 5 o'clock to come for a meeting with us. And our next goal is to engage and develop an amazing end of the year competition among some of the other clubs called the Culture Clash or Culture Shock. We haven't decided on the name yet, so we'll get you guys to vote on that. Each month we'll be developing material for this end of the year event. So that's what our monthly goals are, and how you guys will contribute is we're going to build a huge culture shock or culture clash brain bowl for the end of the school year. So we do need for your monthly contributions to come in and for you to attend the meetings to make that the best it can be. And we want to speak openly and respectfully to each other while keeping our basic etiquette principles and values of Florida Virtual School during each and every meeting. We want to learn about new cultures, develop respect for these cultures, and grow as individuals in a club. And of course to have fun and develop camaraderie as teammates. So our first countries of focus we're going to discuss. We want to eventually build up for our culture shock or our culture clash brain bowl. We want to learn a little bit more about Greece and Rwanda. We feel like these countries have been in the news in the past at least decade for some ups and downs, and obviously Greece is one of the oldest cultures that has a lot of interesting history. And Rwanda, because we just feel like there's so much that's going on in that country that it might need a positive light on that culture. And we could, of course, focus on Spain and Mexico, but we know a lot about those countries. We want to delve into some places that might not be as noticed in the United States. So Greece and Rwanda are our first countries of focus, which we'll start building our trivia for. What we're going to have you choose from for Greece is that we have some people focusing on the history of Greece. Could be ancient history, could be recent history in the past few years. or any kind of current events. Some food, obviously, because come on, what is talking about a culture without their food? And Greece has some amazing food. The economy, which has been a very hot topic in Greece recently in the past year or two. And just some Greek traditions, especially there's a large population of Greek Americans in the United States, and how do those traditions compare to those of the people that live in the country of Greece? So we are going to be looking for those 4 topics, and we'll show you how to choose from those in a second. Rwanda, we want to also focus on the history of Rwanda, the food of Rwanda, or the cultures and traditions, the economy, and maybe how war has sort of ravaged that country and the economy, because that is large topic in the past 15-20 years in Rwanda. And of course, we are open to some general traditions of Rwanda. You know, how is their language and culture? You know, how does that affect that country, and how does that build up that pride from that country? So what should be on your slide, and I will once again I'll show you how you're going to choose your country and topic. You want at least 2 appropriate pictures. You know, you don't want anything iffy. If you're not sure, that's why we'll look at them ahead of time. So at least 2 pictures. You can have more, but we do also want some room for some relevant facts from a reliable source. So I do know that Wikipedia is like very popular, but sometimes Wikipedia is not the most reliable source because that site can be edited. So you want something that's slightly more reliable, and at least 3 relevant facts from that reliable source pertaining to your topic. So I just did a start of how, for example, if you did Costa Rica, you know, I have some few pictures and I have 2 relevant facts. Now obviously I'm going to need 3, but this is sort of the fact that maybe some people might not know too much about Costa Rica, but it's still going to teach them something about that country. So you can see here, you know, archaeologists now know that civilization existed in Costa Rica for thousands of years before the arrival of Columbus, and evidence of human occupation in the region dates back 10,000 years. Not many people would know that about Costa Rica. And of course, this guy right here, Oscar Arias Sanchez, who was a Costa Rican president, garnered world recognition and the Nobel Peace Prize for his work ending the Nicaraguan Civil War, which is a very traumatic time for Nicaragua, which is right above Costa Rica, and actually managed to pull this country, Costa Rica, into one of the most peaceful, safe, and stable Central American countries. So he's very relevant, and not many people would know about him. So those are the kind of facts we're looking for when you develop a slide on Greece or Rwanda. We want something that's relevant, that's important, that is not obvious, but is you know, important for us to now know about that country. So the next meeting is going to be November 18th at 5 p.m. We definitely need you in the room by 5:05. It always helps if you can sign in a little bit before. We do know you guys are super busy. Like I said, if you can't attend 1 or 2 meetings out of the school year, we understand that, but we do need you there for most of these meetings. And you will use this link. So tinyurl.com/iclub1516. So you can write that down, or I'm going to send that out in an email and a text, but I just want you guys to know the link that we'll all use. Please sign in by 5:05 on November 18th, tinyurl.com/iclub1516. And we also want your facts, your info, pictures on a PowerPoint slide to either Ms. Wilson or Ms. Frazier by November 15th, 2015. We are going to send out an email. You will be able to email us back that information. But the last item, so how are you going to choose either Greece or Rwanda? How are you going to choose your topic on your presentation that you're going to put together? We want you to take a few moments to fill out this form so that we, your sponsors, can assign your contribution to the next meeting. We definitely need this done by next Wednesday so we can give you guys a little bit of time to put that together. So use this link, tinyurl.com/icluboctober. If you type that into a browser, you will get a form that you fill out that we will look at, and then we will, looking at your choices, try to distribute them fairly so that not everybody's talking about Greek food. And we will let you know via the email or text number that you provide for us on there what your topic will be and how to send that to us. So tinyurl.com/icluboctober. Please do this link. You can do it right now, but please have this form filled out by October 28th. Which is next Wednesday, and then we will contact you and get ready for our November meeting. So we hope this was helpful. We are looking forward to having a great year, and remember, we do want you guys in the club. We hope that you'll enjoy this, building up this curriculum of sorts for our big culture shock, culture clash, brain bowl. But we want to make sure that you guys are fully involved and committed, and we are excited to have you. Have a great day.